Just recently, as season was kind of closing down, I had been preparing to be a head coach under, Coach Candrea as far as my new role on the team. But really just recently when he told me that I would have a chance at it, I sat down with Dave, had talks with him because I knew this would be a very attractive job for a lot of people. So, I knew I had a chance, but I'm just so honored that they chose me.
How in-house with an alumni?
I think Coach Candrea is tradition. He has built such a great foundation for this program. And, you talk to any of the alumni, and that's what they talk about first. There's Candrea-isms throughout the entire program. So it's not a broken program. It's a well-oiled machine that he's left me, and the foundation is there. It's just a matter of, staying true to myself and being able to continue the tradition.
And the attention of the players?
Well, I sure hope that I do. And then I always feel like, I feel out a situation. I don't try to overcoach ever. I think most of our players they have such a good head on their shoulders that most of the time you can let them go. And when I feel that kind of fire rising in me and I feel like I need to say something, I know it's because I felt something in the game that they can feel too. And I think that part of me being a player is what crosses over into the coaching ranks. I just know that I can feel out the game and know when something does need to be said.
The count and what to look for.
I did. Cat's going to hate me for that, though. I had played center field behind Cat for so long in the pro league on the Olympic team, and I just had a little nugget for her. I said, if you get in this count, you look for this and you don't miss. And she got into that count, and Riley Pierce was standing right next to me, who was our grad at the time, and I just grabbed her arm before the pitch, and I was like, here we go. She's going to hack at this thing, and she did. And I didn't think it was going to go over the wall. It went far over the wall, but I will never forget her face when she walked in the dugout. Her eyes were just like it actually happened. And, one of the greatest moments for me, but also just describes our relationship perfectly. I think everything's been gradual. It hasn't been just this year. He's just constantly given me more and more stuff. I think, when I first came on, obviously I wasn't recruiting at all. Ops can't recruit and volunteer coaches can't recruit. So I've taken over that role. I'm in charge of talking with them, setting our schedules, all that good stuff. And I think that's kind of where it starts. Hitting-wise, I've always had a passion for being in the dugout next to the hitters. And I think it was my volunteer coaching year. I was coaching first base. And when I came into the dugout, I was noticing, what are we talking about before we go out to hit? Where are our minds? So that's kind of where that started. And now I think they're fine without me, but it was just, okay, this is how we're going to get ready for our at-bats, adjust from at-bat to at-bat. And that's been one of my passions in coaching. They gave me a lot of support Monday in the meetings. They met with Coach first, who was kind of, saying goodbye, saying thank you, and then they came and met with me. So I know each one of them was sad, as I am, to kind of see him go, but he also is going to be around, which is a phenomenal thing. But then they came in and they just said they were ready to go, ready to get after it, and ready for this new chapter. So that's exciting to me. There was no convincing that needed to be done. It was just let's go. And I think, especially since we went to the World Series and we kind of got a sour taste in our mouth, everybody is ready for the next practice, the next game.
How do you prepare this?
Well, I think the greatest thing is that he is staying on in a new role, and I'm going to wear out his office wherever that is, because I'm going to need a lot of advice going forward and things that I probably have never done before. And it's going to be hard not to have him at the field, but I think more so it's going to be hard not to have him right next to me in the office, because that's where the life lessons come in. That's where his personality shines. He kind of turns the words off and gets to work at practice. But that's where I've learned the most from him, is in the office. Well, I didn't sleep at all last night. No, I did a little bit, but it was just, I want to be good for these players, and I want to be what they need, and that was at the forefront of my mind, is I want them to hear what they need to hear from me and be what this program needs moving forward. So I was nervous for my speech, but at the same time, I think right after, I just feel like, let's go, let's get to work. If I would have come in cold, from somewhere else, I think I would have felt that way. But just growing in this program, growing with him, it's not how I'm supposed to feel. He's taught me so much about, being my best self and what that means. And he's also just kind of let me go and let me be me within this program. He's not a micromanager, so when he hires someone, it's you do what you're good at, and we'll shine as a team. But he's let me have my own personality in this program already, to where I feel like it was an easier transition.